Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here and welcome to BMTV. First of all, a big thank you to everybody that's been on the shows for the last number of weeks. It's obviously been a while since we've done one of these me in front of the camera talking shows. So big thank you to John, to Sue, to Mike, to Dr. Bob. As always, a pleasure having you all down here and thank you so much for helping out. Right now, the weather. Who's enjoying the hot weather? Who's enjoying the hot weather as a balloon person? Two very different questions. I have to be honest, I'm not particularly enjoying the hot weather anymore. It's a bit too hot, you know, when it's 28, 29, 30 plus degrees. Yes, not particularly enjoying that. However, as a balloon person, it is not nice at all. Rachel did a job was it last week, I think it was, on the day of filming? Yeah, it was last week. And it was columns, air-filled columns outside. It was 32 degrees and they were dark coloured latex balloons. So you can imagine how that went. It wasn't the best. And foil balloons, obviously, if you inflate those fully, they go in the heat and all sorts of things happen. So I'm going to get the question of the week in early. Have you had any problems in this heat with the balloons? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. However, if you know of solutions to these problems, then maybe you can leave a comment telling everybody about those solutions, or tell people about the solutions that you came up with for your own problem. That would be awesome. But yes, please leave your comments down below. Right, I actually bought an air conditioning machine thing yesterday. We've got one in the office. It's quite old and I think it's on its last legs. So invested in a new one yesterday. Bought it online, as I buy everything. And I really enjoyed the experience. But you know what I think I enjoyed the most? And sometimes you forget what you like about online shopping because we get that used to doing it. But it was when it was dispatched, we received the invoice, the VAT invoice, VAT receipt, which allows us to claim back the VAT. And it always frustrates me when we buy anything on Amazon and there's no VAT invoice. You've got to contact them. Please, can you send me a VAT invoice? And it just made it very pleasant for me. And I totally forgot that that's what we do at Balloon Market. So when you get that email, it's saying your order has been dispatched. Your VAT invoice is on that email. So don't just delete it if you need it. It's great because your accountant loves you for it because you've got all the accounts up to date. If you use software, you can just forward that email straight to your account software and it sorts it all out for you. So yeah, just a little reminder that that's what we do here, but it only came to mind because I had that experience myself yesterday. So one of the benefits of ordering from Balloon Market. Right, let's talk a little bit about what I've got on the table this week. Christmas and Halloween, they're nearly here. Not really, it's July. But the reason I brought these up, they're not particular interesting products per se, although they are all very good products. But I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about the fact that at the end of every season, we reduce the prices of the seasonal stock. And then when the new stock's coming in, then we put the prices back up because it's coming close to that season. We're getting to that stage now. So on the 1st of August, these are still discounted. Most things you can see here are still discounted on the websites in the Christmas and Halloween range. The prices are going to be going back up on the 1st of August. So if you do want to grab yourself a bargain for Christmas or Halloween, then please head over to the website. Now, we have had these in. These are the Christmas stuffing balloons. They're not discounted. We've been waiting for those to come in. They're new stock. And we know that people have been wanting these because a lot of people signed up for the email me when available notification. So they are in right now. Yeah, people are wanting them right now already for Christmas. I do also know on the day of filming that there is one sitting elf left in the building. I'm sure we're going to get more very, very soon, but there's one sitting elf. So yes, Christmas, Halloween, New Year, it's all coming. It's going to be here before you know it, even in 30-degree heat or whatever it is today. Right, now let's have a look at these. This is a narwhal. I think that's how you say it. Basically, we've extended our unicorn range. Look, it's a sea unicorn. So I think that's going to be quite funky because it kind of does continue the whole unicorny sort of idea. And then over here behind me we have this. Now this is one of the balloons I showed you a couple of weeks ago. It's one of the new Grabo balloons, but it's not that I'm showing you. It's the tassel tail underneath. And this is part of a new range from Kaleidoscope. And as you can see here, we've got the various colors. I think that's probably the most unicorny one. I've seen people put those on the unicorn heads to give them hair, a mane effectively. And then we've got the other colors here as well. That's my favorite color, the orangey, purpley, reddy ones. And then we've got the balloon tails as well. They are similar to the Amscan ones, but they are just another kind of balloon tail. I think it was Chris from Amscan that said to us a couple of years ago at Spring Fair that balloon tails and balloon tassels were going to be very, very big, and they continue to be. So yeah, they're the new range from Kaleidoscope. One thing I do have to point out, actually, this is a bit that I took off. And you can see that it's, I don't know how well you can see this on camera, but it's sort of matte there, but then you flip it over and it's kind of a little bit shiny. So that gives it a little bit of a sheen that's a little bit different there. So yes, they're all in that. A couple of Qualitex balloons here. We've got the toucan balloon that matches the 18-inch one. I think it was Have a Wild Party or something like that talked about a few weeks ago. And then of course the crown. I don't think the guys in the States anticipated the demand of the crown with the royal wedding, but that's back in stock. We've got loads of those now. And then we've got this Get Whale Soon. I just like that because of the play on words, and we're talking sea creatures. In front of that, a couple of bags of latex balloons from Unique, Hen Party and Happy Retirement. They are just 9-inch balloons. They are neck up as well, so the neck is at the top. And they are printed, so they're designed obviously for air filling and hanging down. So great for a retailer if you want to have something that's cost-effective solution for customers that just want to grab a bag of balloons. And then very excited about these napkins. We've got llama napkins. Llama's very popular this year. Cactus napkins as well. I said it before, but what makes a trend like this? Cactus, llamas, where do they come from? I've no idea. They're from Creative, and then over here from Creative we also have the Pink Chic range that we saw at Spring Fair back in February. So you've got the napkins, you've got the plates, you've got the table cover, and you've got the bunting. Now over here, I've talked about this before on BMTV, but this is the Qualitex portfolio. If you are a balloon decorator and you meet with your customers face to face, particularly brides, this is an absolute essential part of your toolkit. If I just show it to you, you've got all the colours there, and you open this up and you can actually see the balloons. When these were first manufactured, the chrome balloons didn't exist, so there's holes ready for the chrome balloons, but there's a sample bag of chrome in there. And this is very useful. This is the custom colours. So this effectively allows you to put one balloon inside another balloon to create a completely different colour, which might be really important to a bride if there's a particular shade of blue or red or whatever it is that they want to match. So really good there. And then on the other side we have, let me close that, more colours. Open it up and then it explains all about the different sizes, and you've got a colour chart down there and different types of balloons as well. Open it up more and you've got all the other colours. So as I say, if you are a balloon decorator and you meet with people face to face, it just makes you look so much more professional if you can open up and say this is the range. Plus it means you don't have to buy a bag of every single colour to show the bride. Now, I'm going to talk to you about a couple of tools that we've got. The first one is this. Now, this is relatively new to me. I'd never heard or seen of these things before until Mark from Qualitex told me about it. This is a ribbon shredding tool, and this is just a bow that I think Dr. Bob made when he was down. There's got two different types of teeth. You've got very close together and not so close together. So I'm going to use the not so close together. Hopefully this is going to work, because I've not practiced this. You squeeze it together until it clicks and hold it down, and then you just shred. Hey, it worked, look at that. And now you've got shredded ribbon, so it can make it look pretty with a fringe like that, or you can create amazing things like this little flower that Mark created. That's lovely. So yeah, we've got those now. And this, if you're a regular watcher of BMTV, you would have seen us with our version of this. It was we've got a plastic one, a lightweight one. This is a really good, solid stainless steel one. This is a balloon stretching tool. And you just put your balloon on there, stretch it like that, and then you can put your confetti or your feathers or whatever in there. It's not actually what it was designed to do. It's, to give you an idea, I got it from a medical instruments company. So yes, designed to do something completely different, but very useful to those of us in the balloon trade. So that is that. Mike from Reds demonstrated using that with aqua balloons as well, which I thought was quite interesting, but mainly latex balloons is where you would use that. Right now, are you local to us? Do you pop in and pick your orders up from us? If so, we've got some really good deals for you. The first one is this. Now, this is one of the spinners that we've used in the warehouse for the last 4 years. And let me grab a packet of balloons. We've had balloons on the spinner like that. Get about 10 packs on there. And then as we've extended a range and held more stock, we've run out of space with these, so we've put everything into bins now. So it means that we're left with quite a few spinners that we don't have any boxes to put them in. That's how we normally sell these, send them out in a box, but we don't have the boxes. So we've got a few of these freestanding. They are used. We've been using them for about 4 years, but they are completely, absolutely, fully functional. And we've got them at such a ridiculous price. I can't even talk about it. I can't tell you. If you're interested and you live locally, you've got to pick it up. We can't send it out. Then go on the website. We'll put the link down below, as I say. And yeah, you can pick one of those up. It breaks into 2. I'm not going to take it all the way down, but it breaks into 2 and it's about that high. So it should fit in most cars, I would have thought, if you put the back seats down. Has 48 hooks. You can put all sorts of things on. Put your foil balloons. Put your balloon tails, look. Put your confetti. And you can also put the bigger balloons on there as well. Look at that, bigger packaging. So yeah, great. As I say, I think we've got 5 or 6 of them. So if you are after one and you are local, then just add it to your basket, pay for it, and then come and pick it up. But yes, they're very, very useful. And the other thing I wanted to tell you about, that's a real bargain, is our 50p box. Again, only if you're local. If you come in and you turn to the left near Rachel's desk and you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. It's our 50p box. Basically, it's discontinued stock or stock that we found at the back of the warehouse, but some of it is really good. I think Dr. Bob, when he was down, he picked up a 5.5 foot chloroprene for 50p. I can't remember what was wrong with it. It still worked. I think it might have just had a bit of sun damage on it or something. And he got I don't even know how much they are. Are they £30, something like that, for 50p? So it might be worth, next time you're in, just having a bit of a rummage in there. And if there's lots that you want, just make us an offer. But yeah, if you're in, we just don't want to throw it out. It seems like a waste to throw stuff out. So yeah, make us an offer on whatever. Right now, when Mark comes down, as you know, Mark comes down on a regular basis, and we do some filming. And every time we do some filming, we always end up talking about 260Qs. And it always ends up saying, what can you do with a 260Q? So these are the scissors Mark uses when he comes down. And he's created a scissor keeper. Look at that. And we've also used, I can't really tell you exactly what for, but we've used 260Q for safety. I can't tell you about it because it kind of gives something away that you're going to see at some point in the future that we filmed already. So, but it was a safety feature. We've also used it underneath this table, 4 260Qs around there that stop any helium balloons from floating up. When we put a helium-filled balloon under there, they don't float up when we're filming. So very, very useful. All sorts of things that you can use them for. However, recently I've become aware of something new and different that you can use them for. This is called an Aqua Squoofle. Yeah, ooh, that spits. It's a puppet, if you hadn't realised. And well, let's bring in its owners / creators. Come in, guys. And say hello to the BMTV Nation.
Hello.
This is Sean, and
Hello.
This is Holly. And if you feel you recognise those names, it's probably because you may have received a packing slip from us with their names at the bottom. Sean and Holly both work in the warehouse, don't you?
Yes.
And they also do something else that, well, they've created this, not just because they were bored in the warehouse one day, but I hope that's not the case. No, okay.
No.
But for another reason. Do you want to, well, first of all, explain to everybody about what it is you do and how you came up with this idea?
Yeah, sure. For the past 3 years, we've been running our own little theatre company for children called Brymore Productions. And so we're out in most of our spare time when we're not picking balloons, working with children in productions that we have created all across the country. So this is one of our creations. He was for a festival a couple of weeks ago, and he was out in the heat, so we decided to keep people cool. So we have a little spray gun in him, so that's why he spits when he gets a bit angry. It's a nice little surprise that people aren't expecting. But another show we have coming up is the Bureau of Untold Stories, which we're fortunate enough to be taking up to the Edinburgh Festival Fringe this year.
Ooh.
Yes, it's very exciting at the moment.
That's proper entertainment.
Yeah.
Excellent. So how did you come up with the idea of this?
Well, we saw online at the WBC the tiger. Where they use
the one that won. Yeah.
They use the 260Qs as the fur, and we really like the idea of that sort of kind of hairy, furry thing that you could achieve with the 260Qs. We thought it was a little bit different and also would work with the spray gun in it.
The texture is really interesting as well. So a lot of the work we do with children is interactive, and we really want them to engage their imaginations and creativity. So this kind of gets them thinking something different. It doesn't look like traditional fur. It doesn't feel like traditional fur, so they can interact with it, and it feels really alien and different, and it's their imagination really that fills the blanks between what this is, which is a rubber glove with some balloons on it, to a creature that is the Aqua Squoofle.
Aqua Squoofle, yeah. Who came up with the name?
Team effort.
Some 5-year-old.
Something random. It was a brainstorming session, and that was the one that stuck.
No, that's absolutely excellent. I love that idea. So that's something else you can do with, well, a number of 260Qs. Guys, thank you very much for coming up. It's really nice that I'm able to introduce some of the team to everybody, but also that you've come up with this wacky idea. And if you do find yourself at the Edinburgh Fringe, what are the dates?
We are there on August 12th. 2 shows on August 12th.
August 12th, then absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
Go and see them. Go and see them. Right, that's it from us this week. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing from all of us. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.